Hello, my beautiful people. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Depends where you are in the world. It's afternoon here, fairly bright, but we're still in cold weather. And I think the world is experiencing very cold weather. Around the world is snowing and raining and you name it. I hope you all are doing well and you're looking after yourself and your loved ones. And looking after your inner weather, because that's more important. What's happening inside you is obviously worth paying attention to, because that's in your own control, but the rest is out of control, so we just have to obviously accept it and um, just get along with that. In my previous video, I was talking about the relationships, and I don't quite remember what exactly I said, but few people commented on that and said, um, you only know when you are in their situation, so it's easy to comment, but and I totally agree. Of course, I mean we can't feel the way we all feel differently. We all experience things differently, and we all have a different perspective about everything in our life, so it can't be generalized. So I respect those comments, and I respect those people who said that. But having said that, there are a few things that actually, there's a thing that's called, you can call it anything. You can call it common sense, you can call it the life experience or observation, or the view of life. You can call it whatever, but it's not being judgmental, it's not being decisive about the things, but definitely, after some time in life, you come to the point where you feel like you can see the things more clearly. And to be honest with you, I don't know how other people feel about it, but I have experienced it quite clearly, because the things that I knew 20 years ago, I knew them, but now I understand them. So that's the difference. Knowing is one thing and understanding is totally different. So coming back to this relationship topic, I will just say my point was to clear the things, not to ruin your life, because your life is very precious. Everyone's life is so precious. Every animal, every human, every plant that is living on this earth. So the life is individually and collectively is very, very precious, and we should respect it. So if somebody cares about you, if somebody is waiting for you and you're waiting, and they are far away from you, and there is a reason, for some reason you can't meet, so it's worth waiting for that person. But if the other person doesn't care, and then you're still waiting for them, you're putting your whole life on hold because you're sad, you're miserable, you're crying, then first of all, you're not doing any good to your body, to your system. To be honest with you, when people get sick, we're living in such a busy world where people have no time for anybody. I can't say for parents, because parents are probably, they can still get some time out for their children. But other than that, friends, children, siblings, anyone, all your relations, actually, no one has the patience to look after you when you are in bad health. People give up. Even the most sincere, most loving people have to obviously live their life, and some outright put their life first and don't even show up, and some show up, but then gradually they start putting out, because they just don't have the patience. Human beings don't have patience. We just can't be there for somebody unconditionally and forever. And if that happens, that person is an angel, and we should respect them. So that's why, don't let it come to that point where you need somebody health-wise, because the same person you're crying for, the same person you're actually ruining your life for, putting your life on hold for, the same person will not come and stand next to your bed if you're not well. Either your parents will suffer with you, or if your parents are not in the world, or if they're not there, then nobody will suffer with you. Even your children will not have the patience to stand by your side and for a long time. No. See, the thing is, human beings have they have their strengths and they have their weaknesses, And we all know that. So it's not about any particular individual, it's about generally. We can only cope with so much. And when it comes to looking after people, it needs a lot of patience. That's why I always say doctors and nurses' job is angelic. But unfortunately, that's also what I experienced in the hospital last time. I can say it's also becoming very uh, uh, to they're just actually doing their job. That empathy has disappeared. I was trying to find the right words. So I don't like being careless with my words because it can be taken wrong. I mean, they look after you, that is definitely appreciable. But having said that, most of the time it's like more mechanically everything is happening. You don't see that human touch, human contact, human um, empathy. You don't see that anymore. At least that's what I noticed. So basically, don't bring yourself to the point where you need somebody, because the same person, especially I'm talking about the people who are in love with somebody, and that person is not in love with them, and then they're still waiting for them, or they are actually ruining their life because they think like they can't move on. Now, the other side of this is when people go for, rebonding quickly. As soon as they have a breakup, they, just to distract themselves, they jump into some other relationship. No fair on the other people, the other person that you're going in that relationship with, and it's not fair on you. You need time to speak to yourself. You need time to come to terms with that, whatever has happened. You need to face it once and for all, and then move on. And once you did that, you will be protecting your body, your mind, and you'll be protecting your future. Because if you keep making these mistakes, because obviously if you are desperate for another relationship, thinking like, I'll forget that person if I have someone else, so that someone else is also being, victimized by your this going into a relationship with them, because they don't know you're trying to actually replace somebody else with them, or you're just trying to distract yourself. So respect their time, respect their feelings too, and also respect your feelings, because you're not being fair to yourself, you're not being honest with yourself. It's very important, and it's not easy said than done. I think so many people have done it, and even I've done it in my life. So it's not that difficult. You just need to be honest and sincere with yourself. And then you can be honest and sincere with other people too. So yes, that was my point. That's all I was saying. I'm not saying don't go in a relationship with somebody. I'm not saying don't miss anybody. I'm not saying don't love people, because love is, I always talk about love, and I don't talk about only for this romantic love. I say love is a universal, very strong feeling. Is actually built in. The only thing is we need to let it, flow. We need to let it blossom. We stop it. We try to restrict it to like, oh, if this they do it, then I will love them. If they do this, then I will love them. Whoever that is, parents, children, siblings, friends, lover, whoever. So yes, so just see if the other person cares, you also care. And if they don't care for so long, I'm not saying you start hating them or start cursing them no, but don't also don't cry. Don't waste your tears on that person. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your health, most of all. The sun is coming into on my face now. So just try to be as honest and as faithful to yourself first, so you can be unfair. So you can be fair to the people, and you can be faithful in your relationships, and you can also be, honest with people, whoever you're with. Anyway, video is coming to 10 minutes. Look after yourself. I'm going to wind up here, and I will talk to you another time. In the end, I will just thank all my subscribers, and I definitely want whoever is watching this video, I would want to request you to subscribe to the channel and comment on the videos, and please leave your opinions, suggestions, whatever you feel like saying. Look after yourself, look after your loved ones, have fun, because life is so beautiful.